What's up, YouTube? It's Chilla Manila. It is day 36 on the Road to Code and 100 Days of Code challenge. So, yesterday finished up with, today, finished up with the ES6 and the JavaScript. And then today was about regular expressions. And today we're going to do something a little bit different. What I've been finding helpful with learning the things on Free Code Camp, first time going around, not really understanding things right on the spot, because I mean, you're like literally learning right on the spot. Like, oh, here's this, and this is how you do it. So if this situation happened, how to use this to do that. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, here's how you do this. Now here's confusing wording of how to use it. Like, I don't know. It just doesn't work for me like that. So what I've been finding helpful, besides just reading it and not doing the questions, is reading blog posts explaining what something is. Basically, of like the first part of what I just used it on was the ES6. There was a blog post explaining what ES6 was, the functions, the new features, how to implement it, etc. And it was just really well done and just easy to follow along, especially after doing the Free Code Camp courses and then reading that blog post. It's like, okay, now I get it. So that's what we're doing this time again with regular expressions. That's the next section in JavaScript on Free Code Camp. And I didn't completely finish it, but there's only like maybe 5 more questions left. So today what we're going to do is read a blog post explaining regular expressions in JavaScript. And again, another part of documenting this is just remembering everything better by talking about it and documenting it and writing it. So it's a lot of elements to help remember. So let's just get right into it. This is a Medium blog post posted by, well, there's no way I'm going to be able to say his name, so not even going to say it, but it is called A Practical Guide to Regular Expression in JavaScript. And this is one of the first results you'll see pop up if you type in regular expression JavaScript into Google. So yeah, let's just get right into it. What are regular expressions? Regular expressions are a way to describe patterns in a string data. They form a small language of its own, which is part of many programming languages like JavaScript, Perl, Python, PHP, and Java, which I can't wait to learn. Python and Java, because those are both related to blockchain. But regular expressions allow you to check a string of characters like an email address or password for patterns to see if they match the pattern defined by a regular expression and produce actionable information. Creating a regular expression, there are 2 ways to create a regular expression in JavaScript. It can be either created with reg exp constructor or by using forward slashes to enclose the pattern. And it's just typed out as reg exp. And then the regular expression constructors, the syntax is just new regexp, exp, and then parentheses pattern, and the brackets here, comma, flags, and then bracket, parentheses, closing it out. And then regular expression literal is the syntax is / pattern / flags. And the example is var reg ex literal equals / abc / semicolon. This was basically all of the questions in Free Code Camp. They were using regular expression literals instead of just a normal regular expression constructor. And right below that says, here are the flags. Here, the flags are optional. I'll explain these later on in the article. There might be cases where you want to create a regular expression dynamically, in which case regex literal won't work. So you have to use a regular expression constructor. No matter which method you choose, the result is going to be a regex object. Both regex objects will have same methods and properties attached to them. Since forward slashes are used to enclose patterns in the above example, you have to escape the forward slash with a backslash if you want to use it as a part of the regex. And regex is regular expression shortened. Regular expression methods. There are mainly two methods for testing regular expressions. The first one is reg exp dot prototype dot test and then parentheses. This method is used to test whether a match has been found or not. It accepts a string which we have to test against regular expression and returns true or false depending upon if the match is found or not. And for example, var regex equals / hello, and then closing out the / with a semicolon. Var str, which is short for string, equals hello world, and that's in quotes, semicolon. Var result equals regex.test, parentheses, string, and then semicolon. Every time I see str, think of strength, a shortened word for strength, and just thinking back on playing RuneScape. 99 str is 99 strength. So, and then below that, console.log / results, semicolon, and then returns true. And then the next method is regexp.prototype.exec, which is execute, and then parentheses. This method returns an array containing all the match groups. It accepts a string that we have to test against a regular expression. And the only difference here is when you type in the console.log, what it returns is an array of things. Like it returns hello, an example, and then an index 0, input, hello world, groups, undefined, and then it even goes further down. Hello is the match pattern, index is where the regular expression starts, input is the actual string passed. We're going to use the test method in this article. Simple regex patterns. It is the most basic pattern which simply matches the literal text with the test string. For example, var regex equals hello, that's closed in / then semicolon, console.log parentheses regex dot test parentheses hello world in quotes, and then closing out the parentheses there, and comment is true. Up until now, we've created simple regular expression patterns. Now let's tap into the full power of regular expressions when handling more complex cases. For example, instead of matching a specific email address, let's say we'd like to match a number of email addresses. That's where special characters come into play. There are special symbols and characters that you have to memorize in order to fully understand the regular expressions. Flags. Regular expressions have 5 optional flags or modifiers. Let's discuss the 2 most important flags. G, which is the flag for a global search and doesn't return after the first match. And then the flag of I, case insensitive search, so it doesn't matter if it's capital or lowercase, it will still pop up in the match results. You can also combine the flags in a single regular expression. Note that their order doesn't have any effect on the result. That's a key thing to make note of there, was that the order doesn't have an effect on the result. Let's take a look at some examples. Regular expression literal syntax pattern flags, which is, as I said, it's like all of the questions were in regular expression literal in our free code camp practically, except for the first few. So yeah, let's read the code here, which is kind of hard for the listeners to visually see the code that I'm reading. Var regex global equals / abc / g semicolon, and then console log is always below that. Console.log parentheses regex global dot test. This is testing the code with the console log. That's what it does. The console log, that's the purpose, is for testing. And then parentheses abc parentheses quotes, and in parentheses. And the comments below just shows what will happen with that code. It will match all the occurrence of ABC, so it won't return after first match. And then here we go right here. Another example of using the I flag is the next one, var regex insensitive equals ABC, and that's in forward slashes. And then I, semicolon, console log, parentheses, regex insensitive dot test. And what you put in the console log is just the variable that you typed in for the variable. And then parentheses ABC returns true because the case of string characters don't matter in case insensitive search. And on to the next one. If we were to do the same thing in regular expression constructor, syntax new regexp parentheses pattern comma flags, and then closing out the parentheses, and both of those are in quotes. Var regex global equals new regexp parentheses ABC comma G, and then closing out parentheses. All those are in parentheses in quotes. Console.log parentheses regex global dot test parentheses ABC. It will match all the occurrence of the ABC, so it won't return after the first match. And it's literally the same thing, just using the regular expression constructor, and the only difference is you had to type in var regex global and then equals new regexp, and then the parenthesis portion's practically the same. So we're going on to the next portion here, character groups, character set XYZ, and those are in brackets. A character set is a way to match different characters in a single position. It matches any single character in the string from characters present inside the brackets. For example, var regex equals / bracket BT, closing out the bracket there, EAR, and then / semicolon. And then console log that results in true, and then true, and then false. I don't know why one of them was returned as false, because one became tier, bear, still true, and then fear, which was false. Well, let's go on to the next one. Note, all the special characters except for caret, which has entirely different meaning inside the character set, lose their special meaning inside the character set. Negated character set, bracket caret XYZ, it matches anything that is not enclosed in the brackets. For example, var regex equals / bracket caret BT, closing the bracket, EAR / semicolon, and then we console log that. It returns as false, and then true. Now this time around, tear and bear are false, and then fear is true. Oh, okay, never mind, it makes sense. Okay. They were just testing. When they tested it, the thing that they had in the parentheses was literally what they were looking for when they were matching it. So the fear didn't pop up as false in the first example, and then it came up as true in the second example, and then negated one because it matches anything that is not enclosed in the brackets. See, learning while documenting it. Next portion, ranges. A through Z in brackets. Suppose we want to match all the letters of an alphabet in a single position. We could write all the letters inside the bracket, but there's an easier way, and that is ranges. For example, bracket A through H will match all the letters from A to H. Ranges can also be digits like 0 through 9, or capital letters like A through Z. And here's an example here. var regex equals / bracket A through Z, and then EAR, and closing out the / and then semicolon, console log init, and we're testing it as fear, returns true, console log again as tier, and returns as true because all the letters in the alphabet are in there, so it didn't matter what letter that they added on top of EAR, it would have came up as true. Next part is meta characters. Meta characters are characters with special meaning. There are many meta characters, but I'm gonna cover the most important ones here. What's this? /D, match any digit, same as 0 through 9. /W, match any word character. A word character is any letter, digit, and underscore, same as A through Z, and lowercase A through Z, and capital, and 0 through 9, all in brackets with an underscore at the end. That's the same function that it has, is /W. And then /S, match a white space character, spaces, tabs, etc. And then /T, match a tab character only. /B, find a match at the beginning or ending of a word, also known as word boundary. And then period matches any character except for a new line. /D, match any non-digit characters, same as bracket caret 0 through 9. /W, match any non-word characters, same as bracket caret A through Z lowercase, A through Z capital, and 0 through 9 with an underscore. So it's pretty much like negated reverse of the first two that were in lowercase. And then /S, match a non-white space character. And here we are with quantifiers. Quantifiers are symbols that have a special meaning in a regular expression. Plus matches a preceding expression one or more times. And star matches the preceding expression 0 or more times. Question mark matches the preceding expression 0 or 1 time, that is, preceding pattern is optional. Caret matches the beginning of the string. The regular expression that follows it should be at the start of the test string, i.e. the caret matches the start of the string. $, money sign, matches the end of the string, that is, the regular expression that precedes it should be at the end of the test string. The $, matches the end of the string. And curly braces with a capital N matches exactly n occurrences of the preceding regular expression. Curly braces with a capital N again, but this time with a comma after it, matches at least n occurrences of the preceding regular expression. Curly braces n, comma, capital M, both of these are capital, matches at least n occurrences, at most m occurrences of the preceding regular expression where m is greater than n. Alteration x or y matches either x or y. For example, var regex equals / parentheses green or red parentheses, and then apple with a / and semicolon. If you console log that as green apple, true. Console log that as red apple, true. Console log that as blue apple, it is false because it's not in the or section. Note, if you want to use any special character as part of the expression, say for example you want to match a literal plus or period, then you have to escape them with a /. So even though some of these expressions start off with the /, if there's already a /, you have to use a / so that it recognizes the next the special character. And we are to the advanced. It says advanced parentheses x matches x and remembers the match. These are called capturing groups. This is also used to create sub-expressions within a regular expression. For example, var regex equals / parentheses foo and parentheses bar, and then Here's that backslash here, 1 / semicolon. Console log it with foo bar foo. It comes up as true. And then console log it as foo bar comes up as false. And then it explains it here that the \1 remembers and uses that match from the first sub expression within parentheses. I see. So it's like a default parameter. It's already takes it at face value that it's already in. Parentheses, question mark, and then colon x parentheses matches x and does not remember to match. These are called non-capturing groups. Here /1 won't work and it will match the literal /1. Let's see the example. Var regex equals / parentheses question mark colon foo parentheses bar \1 / semicolon. Console log it as foo bar foo false. Console log it as foo bar false. Console log it as foo bar, and then \1 it comes up as true. So it's, yeah, I see how it's literal. X parentheses question mark equals y closing parentheses matches x only if x is followed by y, also called positive look ahead. For example, var regex equals / apple parentheses question mark equals apple, and closing that out. And if you console log it as red apple, it becomes true. That is a bit weird because I just don't see the point of doing that when you could have just made the variable red apple. I don't know. In the above example, match will only occur if red is followed by apple. Well, I mean, I guess that's really specific if you're trying to search for that. Well, I mean, I guess that is the whole point of this. You're trying to look for things, not in the development process. Alright, this seems to be the last part. Practice in regex. Let's practice. Well, these are just examples. The bottom part is just a summary of doing it and practicing it. So I would just skip that actually. And then conclusion, regular expression can be fairly complex at times, but having a proper understanding of the above concepts will help you understand more complex regex expressions easily, and they give you a source to learn more and practice it. But yeah, that was today's video. This is a long video, I know. Sorry about that, guys. But I mean, it's mainly for me documenting and remembering better. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about it and blogging about it. So yeah, that is day 36 on the Road to Code in 100 Days of Code challenge. And if you guys sticked around, thank you very much for watching my video, and please like, comment, and subscribe. And check out my blog at trillamanila.com and Twitter at trillamanila, and peace out.